So it is August 1st officially, and there is 152 days left in the year. So it is time for an update on my stupid arbitrary goals. Here's where we're at. We're at 41.74% completion rate, which puts me off pace by 16%, almost 17%. Let's see, we're behind by 30% on our fitness goals, behind by 3% on our experience goals, and 10% on the business goals. So, diving in a little bit more, let's go ahead to the progress page here. So, looking at bikes, tiny improvement, need to step it up there. Hockey training was a big improvement, but if you've been around a while, you know that this was one of the goals I adjusted to be easier. So that's a large part of that increase is because of that. Then Apple Watch goals stepped it up. Didn't really step it up actually. It kind of seems like it's on pace, but we're starting to slip behind on that goal. It's a tough goal, but I feel like I'm doing pretty well. July was just not a great month for me overall. You can see 4.11%. Anyway, kettlebells still not really coming up on that one like I thought it would. Books, I'm a little behind on that. Experiences has been more or less on pace. Warhammer time, you can see, went down because that was one I adjusted to be much harder, so that way I could convince myself to make the hockey goal easier. But we're almost back to being on pace again after a big, huge drop. Business goals stepped it up pretty good this last month. Photos, didn't have a lot of as many shoots this month. Content stepped it up big time on the content, and I feel like I want to continue this one because I feel like I can do this one. So yeah, that's where we're at. Nothing super exciting. I just feel like August is kind of, if there's a month to draw a line in the sand and have like a really good year, I feel like August is the month. Because after August, you're into the final quarter of the stretch. The summer's over. Things are starting to button up a little bit, The days start to get shorter. I mean, I guess the days start getting shorter in July, right? Or, I don't know when they start getting shorter. Maybe that's September, actually. Anyway. Excuse me, neither here nor there. But if you look at, where we were at 4.11% for the month, which is much lower than the 7.45, and it is the lowest month so far of the year, and it is the lowest July I've had in the last 3 years, basically. Drag it down the average there. But August has always been a strong month historically, based off of the 2 months data that I have on this. So I'm excited to figure that out, and one thing I want to try to do so I'm showing this, you see a pretty big increase. One thing I've been doing is on my white noise channel, I started doing a shorts series where I roll 4 dice as many times as I can in the 60 seconds to try to get them all to roll critical hits, which is 4 sixes, because and a lot of the tabletop games I play, 4 d6s is a pretty common roll, and in all the games I've played, I've never actually gotten all crits. So I wanted to roll until that happened, and I'm on day 62 or 63 of it. Anyway, I want to try to do a series like that. Maybe over here. I don't know if it's going to be shorts. I made one short here that was like a self-improvement short, and it did very well. And I was like, that's kind of the content I want to be making, so I don't know why I'm scared of it, but I feel like maybe that would be a good one to do too. But I really want to get back into doing experimental noises. And, I showed that video a couple days ago of that new microphone I have, and I'm really excited about that. So that might be in play too, or maybe I'll just make a couple different series and just play around and have fun with it and see what I'm doing, because one thing I want to do is circle scratching, because that's always been one of my favorite ASMR triggers. And there's just not a lot of videos like that. So I was thinking like 100 days of circle scratching. And I could just find different textures and go nuts with that. Or I could do 100 days of, the new geophone that I have, which is that weird funky contact microphone, and just make some weird videos because experimenting is fun and it helps the burnout in my brain. I watched, I think it was a short or reel, or I don't know, maybe it was a blog post. It wasn't a blog post, but maybe it was, about like one way to cure it was from a book, and I actually took a note. This is where it's from. Let me find this note. So it relates to burnout, and did I not? I took a note. Oh, I made a video note of it. Shit, it's hard to show you a video note where I'm just driving in my car yelling at my phone. But it basically the TLDR of that whole ramble right there was, if you're feeling burned out, a way to get out of burnout is to be curious about stuff and kind of just ask questions and then go try to find the answer. And then there's something in that curiosity that kind of like unlocks your goofy brain, and it kind of just like lets you like be like, oh, let's do stupid things. And I know one thing that I've always loved to do is, I think I got this from Austin Kleon, but the idea was to just make the worst piece of shit art you can, like purposefully go and try to make bad art. And that's something I've been doing the last like year or so with photography, where I've like purposely been trying to make blurry photos, but like make blurry photos look good. And I've been having a ton of fun with that. And so it's just that, how can you turn convention on its head and just make something stupid and shitty and not care about the end result, but just enjoy the process and ask questions and be like, why is it that we do X? When you think about that. And so you think about, with painting, you could use weird colors, you could use neon colors, because why the fuck not? Who cares? Like, it's all made up anyway. So, yeah, that's something I think I'm going to try and do in August, is fuck around and find out, for lack of a better term, and see if I can't get these numbers up. So, as you can see though, typically by the average end of the month, we're at 33%. We're at 41% right now. So that's feeling pretty good. But obviously I've already beat my average for how far I've normally done in August. But I am still going after that next month. I haven't done that yet, where I was like 37%. But 37 to 40, I want to be 2 months ahead. So if August can get to this 51.9%, that's where we want to try to be. That's the goal once again. And really, if you think about from where this is to where this is, that's a pretty big jump. But then from where this is to where this is not that big of a jump. And from where this is to this isn't that big of a jump either. Granted, 41 to 58, that's a big jump. That's not going to happen. But this to this could happen. And if not, if I can get to this or near this, then I'll be able to leapfrog to that pretty easily, I think. So I think I'll get to the point where I'm 2 months ahead. And if I could beat these numbers over here, 62% was last year. If I could beat 62%, I'll be pretty stoked. I think I can get there by the end of September. Would be amazing. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but if I could get there by the end of September, I'd be super pumped. And I think with a little push, I think we can get there. I feel like July was kind of a weird month. I was burnt out for a lot of it. Girlfriend was gone, and that just like threw wrenches. And like the cat, I just haven't been sleeping because the cat has been just a menace. And like, I think girlfriend comes back here in a couple days, technically tomorrow. So that would be good because the cat will have someone to glom onto, and I can like not be sensory overloaded by this cat that needs to be constantly touching me. Which is funny. It's funny to complain about that because you think about what people like what people describe their ideal cat. It's this cat. It's like you want a cat that's playful and a cat that like wants to be your buddy and like always wants to be touching you. And I'm like, no, I want a cat that like sits and looks at ghosts. Like that's the kind of cat I want. I want a cat that's just there and like in the room with you, but like, don't touch me, human. I would just observe and stare at the corner at the ghost that you can't see. Why can't you see this ghost that I'm seeing? That's the kind of cat I like. I like the cat that's just, you can kind of pet it sometimes. That's it. Just, I want a cat that's like the roommate you have when you live in the house with like 7 people. Whether or not you've had that experience, but like, you live in a house with like 7 people and there's like one roommate that's just like not ever home. Like that. But I don't want an outdoor cat because I know they're bad for the environment and they're menaces to the ecosystem. But this one's a menace to my brain system. It just wants to be touching me all the time. Which I know I shouldn't bitch about that, but like I like my dog because he's very much like the cat I was describing. He just wants to be near me, but not necessarily touching. And if I'm like cuddling him for too long, he'll be like, okay, this is enough. And like, that's where I'm at. I want it, the dog bear's perfect. He does a very good job. So, and then it makes me double upset that the cat has to bully the dog that I think is perfect. So, but it's here nor there. I don't want to complain just nonstop about the fucking cat because, whatever. It is what it is. And again, I got a gratitude that this is the kind of cat people want. So, yeah, it's just not the kind of cat that I want. I want the low maintenance cat, not the high maintenance needy cat. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited about what this month has to bring. So, that's all I got today. I hope you're doing well, and if not, I hope that turns around for you real soon. And, you got 5 months left. That's most of the year. If you don't have your own stupid arbitrary goal spreadsheet, set 1, set 2, figure something out, your life will end up a tiny bit better than it would have otherwise. And that tiny bit, and that tiny bit, and that tiny bit, year over year, adds up in a big way. And if you do it for 2-3 years, I promise you will look at where you're at and be like, fuck, that idiot on the fucking YouTube was right. So let me be your fucking idiot, guiding you through the way. Stupid arbitrary goals. Make some. I believe in you. You could do it. Or maybe you can't do it, but like, you could get a lot closer than you think. And probably end up better than you otherwise would have. So it's worth the time. It's worth the effort. Give it a shot. See how it fits. Put it that way. Try it for the last 5 months of the year. See if you don't notice some improvements in your life. Anyway, that's all I got.